Hello and welcome to another video. You know me as Phoenix, and today I'm doing a different style video where I have my texture pack installed on my PC, and I'm just gonna go through it. I'm letting you guys know now if whether you want to watch the video or not. I'm just gonna go through all the blocks, and I'm gonna go through my mindset as I was doing making the textures and everything. Sorry. So that's what this video is going to be about, and I will put timestamps in the description of the video if you want to skip to a certain part of the video. I have little stations set up everywhere. I have my render distance turned down low so I can get better frame rate, so this is one of my smoother videos. But without further ado, I'm going to get on with building blocks. Okay, with building blocks, first up we have is granite, diorite, and andesite. All I did is I made them more smooth, and I like them personally. Diorite doesn't have the little black dots that make it look like bird poop, so that's all I really have to say. I just made them smoother. Grass, snow, podzol, mycelium, and grass path, they all have lower grass, and I thought this looked a little bit more realistic in the game as you're coming across the blocks. And also dirt is pebbleless. There's not as many of the gray dots throughout it. Now the ores, all of the ores are unique. I liked that. I made this texture before with the animation before I redid the texture, so this would have been redone too. But iron, and I made them kind of look like they would in real life, I guess. Like gold comes in these stripy veins, iron does too. Coal, I still want to rework a little bit to make like a different, because I don't know if I like it like this and then with the one strip going through. And this is amethyst, because this is the amethyst edition of my texture pack. The only thing that's different about the amethyst, and I'll get to other versions later, I will talk about that in a separate section at the end of the video. But that's amethyst. Mossy cobblestone, all I did was I brightened the green a little bit, trying to match the mossy stone bricks. And this is rose quartz, another thing that I changed. I even renamed it, so you can see it has another quartz ore there. But this I need to change. It says rose quartz, but it doesn't have the rose quartz texture. And this is the block of amethyst. What happened is I was at my friend's house, and this was originally made when I had rubies in my texture pack, and all my friend did was take a paintbrush in her editing software and just scribbled on a page, and then we upped the resolution from 16 by 16 to 32 by 32, and we liked it, so we kept it. Nether brick is black instead of red, and I don't know why it makes it seem more ominous. It's more nether ominous-like, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but there's that. And then bricks. I just added slight random, like this I think was the normal brick, and I darkened and lightened it in random spots just to make it seem a little bit more realistic, I guess. So that's that, and that's it for building blocks. I haven't done very many building blocks, but I plan to do many more in the future. So now that we're off building blocks, let's go on to decoration blocks. Now over here at decoration blocks, you can see there's a pretty big change. I animated grass and then tall grass, and it's decently smooth, but I like it. It adds atmosphere to the game, and I just like it. Now this is the dead bush, or the texture itself didn't change, but the name did. I made a reference when I was playing survival. I just was playing Minecraft with my friend, and I was like, oh, I'm such a shrub. I don't know why I said that, but that inspired me to recreate the shrub. It used to be in the game as a separate, it used to be here with the dead bush, but I don't know. Now, this used to be the red tulip, but because I have roses, oh, which is another thing I forgot, that can just go there as the rose. It's also animated. I forgot about that. But this, it's just the red tulip, but I thought since I have the rose, we don't need two red flowers. There's no purple flowers. Why don't I just make a purple one? Now the only flaw with this is if I get a crafting table, that still gives you rose red, just because it's game code that I'd need to change, and I don't want to do that because it's a data pack and that's just too complicated. The torch was actually done by my friend Stelly. She is a really good friend of mine, and then I asked her to do the torch because I wanted it to be more the style that it turned out to be. And you can see down in my hand that the little pixels around the main torch handle is actually opaque or transparent, and we wanted that to show up, but it didn't. So that's unfortunate. Neutral end rod. It's not purple, and I like that. It's better for building and instead of the purple, and I just like that idea. Now with ladders, this was another one that I had Stelly do. I had her do the ladders because I didn't know what to do with them, but I know I wanted to change it, and then she made it so it was kind of dilapidated on the corners, on the rungs, so that was nice. The iron bars. The iron bars are, all I did was I took the iron block texture, and I put it over in a separate layer, and then I erased what was in between, and I made it look kind of rusted. I really like how it turned out, and in an older version of my texture pack, this is actually a 3D model, but I can't get the 3D models to work in 1.13, so I'll just have to roll with that right now. This is one that I originally did myself, but Stelly made it better. I originally just had a purple ribbon, but she did the purple ribbon, and then she put this reddish purple outline on it, and I really like how it turned out. Also, those corners used to be gold, and now they're diamond, just because in Casual Craft, the series that I'm doing right now, which this video is coming out on the day that Casual Craft could have, or should have, but I'm not able to record quick enough, so you will still get an episode on Saturday, but the Thursday and Saturday episodes, those aren't going to be coming out for a little bit, just because I don't have time. They'll come out when I have time. Every Saturday there will be an episode. Occasionally they will come out Thursday. That's just a quick thing that I wanted to talk about. The tall rose bush, or the rose bush is one that I just made these colored, and they're rainbow. And this was because my roses in another version of my texture pack were randomized that they could be red, purple, yellow, or orange, or light blue. But I can't get randomization to work either in 1.13. That will be something that I will have to work out because I really enjoyed that. Glazed terracottas. I don't remember what all edits I made on them, but I know this used to have yellow in it. This had a creeper face. I'm pretty sure I did something to this, but I don't remember. And then this had like blue in it, and I didn't like that. But I'm not entirely happy with this texture yet. But I'm happy enough with it that I released the texture pack. And the beds. I want to eventually make edits to every single bed, but that's on the bottom of my list on things that I want to do. Right now, all I have is this is actually a quilt that I have in real life that I thought that this would be a good idea to add, and then this is like I have like light blue pillowcases in real life, so I thought that this would be a good idea for a bed. That way, when I'm playing Minecraft, I can have a little bit more realism, I guess, when I'm playing the game. But, so that was nice. And then this is actually the red bed, but I told Stelly, once again, she helped me quite a lot with a lot of these textures, but I had her just say, this is the red bed, I don't care what you do, just go crazy with it. That's the basis of what I told her. And this is what she came up with. It's a little bit more dark, so yeah, that's not... I like it. I love the texture. She's great at pixel arting, but it's just a little bit more dark for younger audiences, I guess. Well, that was a little bit longer description just because there's more to go into it than building blocks. But now let's get on to redstone, and there's only a few things to talk about there. Okay, with the redstone, really the only thing to talk about is I made the same, or I used Stelly's texture for the regular torch, and I just attached it to the redstone torch. But this is one that I liked. I really liked it. No, so making a making a redstone lamp requires redstone and glowstone, obviously. So you take your crafting table, and I know this isn't necessary, but I'll do it anyway. And you take redstone like that, and you get a redstone lamp. Why doesn't... my thought process was, why doesn't the redstone lamp look like... I'll get to what I'm wearing later. But why doesn't the redstone lamp look like glowstone? Because it's in the recipe. So I took the glowstone texture, I added this border, and I added red lines going through it, and I love the animation that I added to it. I'm really happy with this. And this is what the redstone lamp looks like off, and also redstone is actually animated. If you look at it, it has a little bit of electricity or lightning or something going through it. Just because it's like the electricity in real life, just in Minecraft. So there's not much to talk about, but now we can move on to transportation, which is right over there. Now that we're at transportation, another texture that was completely done by Stelly is the elytra. And the elytra is actually a texture that was based off of let me see if I can get this right. It's something off of Tokyo Ghoul, Kagane, I think it's pronounced. I know I said that wrong, but this was off of a Kagane, and there's also a broken elytra texture where it's like kind of like, it's not broken like the actual texture, but if we put this on, I'll take all of this off. If we put this on, it even like changes the shape. Now that down there, there's that little bit, those two bars, I can't get rid of that. I don't know how, but I don't know exactly how it reads the texture, so I can't get rid of it, and that's upsetting, but it's not that noticeable unless you're looking for it. But I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So, yeah. On to Miscellaneous. Over at Miscellaneous, we have a little bit of things going on. A little bit of trickery, but this is the diamond texture. And my thought process, I haven't really talked about my thought process because I haven't really needed to, but my thought process is, when you mine diamonds, if you look at the diamond texture over here, there I made it so there's little spots throughout the texture. But when you mined it, you got this one big thing, so I thought that wasn't right. So I made it this, and I did a little bit of trickery. I took the cocoa bean texture, and I rotated it, and I removed a couple of the things. If you can look at the resemblance, I think I turned it 90 degrees counterclockwise, and I just recolored it. I really like how this turned out. So on the iron and gold, I didn't make these textures. This was a part of the Faithful 1.13 texture pack that was released. And it's made to look more like the new textures that Jasper is making for the brand new default textures. Same with the bone here. Now, I almost said emerald. The amethyst, I actually made from scratch. Complete scratch. And oh boy, am I happy with this. I love how this turned out. And did I get it? Yeah, it looks... I don't know. I might have to change it up a bit, but see, like if you look like there, your hand is kind of touching it. I don't know. I'm just being weird, but I just made it look like kind of what amethyst looks like in real life, but I'm not sure. I looked it up and I researched a little bit now. But nether brick over here just goes along with the black nether brick that's over there, and this is rose quartz. It's just pink. It's quartz retextured to have a light pink color, and once again the feather made to look like the new Jappa texture. And now that we're off Miscellaneous, let's go over to Foodstuffs. Over at Foodstuffs, those of you that like your those of you, I messed that up, but anyway, I have bacon. I added bacon, raw and cooked bacon. I'm really happy with how the texture turned out. In my opinion, it looks like bacon, and it's renamed and everything. So if I go F3 and H, you can see it just says bacon, so you wouldn't know the difference. The cod, salmon, tropical fish, pufferfish, and golden carrot They are all made to look like Japa textures in the new textures. I didn't make any of these. I don't claim to have made any of these. They just look really nice in my texture pack. Now, let's get on to combat. Over here at combat, we have the spectral arrow, and let me get a bow, because when the spectral arrow is shot, it actually has the gold, like, texture right there. So I really like that. And this actually needs changed because in the Ruby edition of my texture pack, these are made to look like, because in the actual texture, these are green, like emeralds. So I thought with rubies, I should make these red. And in this version, the Amethyst edition, I'm going to make them purple. That's about it for that. So now I'm going to go on to the mobs. And there's a little bit of explaining that I need to do over at the mobs. So let's get on to that. Over here at the mobs, we have mainly villagers, and there's a little bit of something over there. This is the butcher, and they're all named Bob just because I didn't want them to despawn. But this is the butcher. He has blue eyes, and he has a little bit of blood because he's been cutting up the meats and stuff and such. So he's obviously got blood on his apron. This is the blacksmith. He has a little bit of black smudge on his face. He has brown eyes, and right there, don't know if you could tell, but right there you can see he kind of has a little bit of a burnt coat. When Stelly actually helped me with a lot of these textures, mainly she did that, and she messed around with the librarian, but we didn't take into account the arms going across, and we kind of just did the textures. It's supposed to be like he burnt his apron, but that didn't entirely work out when we went in game, but I just haven't gone in and changed anything. So we have the priest here. All we did with the priest is we changed his eye color to be green, and we darkened his skin tone, and that's about it with that. The farmer has dirt covering his face, and he has yellowish eyes, and that's all that we changed there. The nitwit, which you can't shade with, he has dark brown eyes, and he has the darkened skin tone like the priest. And the librarian, the only thing that changed was the glasses. I'm pretty sure the eye color is the same, but the glasses were added like librarians wear glasses, and it's just kind of like a haha funny sort of thing. Now, Phantom and Skeleton. The Skeleton didn't change at all, but the Phantom is red now, and he's kind of freaking out. But he's red, and he's still a 16 by 16 texture. So, that once the texture gets updated to 32 by 32, I will change it, obviously. But over here with the skeleton, I wanted to add, like, let's go in here and look for a stray. I'm just gonna, a stray. You can see that the stray has like cloth over him, and I wanted to add that to the skeleton, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. I want to add that in the future. I'm going to look up tutorials and such on how to add that, but as of now I can't. So now that we're off mobs, let's go on to brewing, which I'm just going to do in the same clip because it's right over here. And the only thing that I changed was this little nozzle. It's this little nozzle. It doesn't go up and flat anymore. It just kind of like bottles off there. And once again, it's supposed to look more like the new Japa textures. So yeah, that's about it. And over there you can see there's the missing textures. This is supposed to be wheat. I want to show off the textures, but I can't get them to work. But all I did was I kind of yellowed them, and over here in this, you can see the hay bale. If you can tell, if you know offhand what it looks like, you can say, or you can see that this is a brighter yellow. Well, this is basically what the wheat looks like in 32 by 32. So that's about it for everything. So yeah, I'm going to stop this clip, and I'm going to do my outro and then be done with this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and tell me a comment, ideas for my texture pack, anything that you would want to see in my texture pack. Any ideas would be greatly appreciated. And leave a like and a comment. I already went over that. I don't have any iCards, so I don't need to make sure about that. So that's it for this video. Sorry if this is a bit of a longer one, but the different versions, I wanted to talk about this at the end of the video. First off, if this is a longer video, I don't know what it is because I haven't checked the clip lengths, but the different additions, it's going to be a lot of upkeep for me, but I'm willing to do it because I think this is a really cool idea. So right now, I have Amethyst edition. Oh wait, combat. I forgot to talk about that. All I did with combat was I removed the black or the brown bars, or the brown if you see on the bottoms of the shoes. Sorry, I missed that. But Amethyst. I have Amethyst edition on right now, and that's what I'm going to be doing in my casual craft series. So instead of emeralds, I will never find emeralds. I will trade and I will mine in extreme hills biomes. I will find amethyst, not emeralds. And if I have my ruby edition on, I will find rubies instead of amethyst or emeralds. But I also want to change it that I have like an opal edition, and I will have an emerald edition. I will bring that back. I will have like different gemstones. Like, I don't know. I could do anything with this, but I figured I can't choose on one gemstone. So I figured, why don't I make different editions of the game, of the texture pack, that have all of the different gemstones in it. I will custom make all of the different gemstones. So be on the lookout for that in the future. Right now, I will put the Amethyst and Ruby edition of my texture pack in the description. It's a MediaFire download page, and that link will be in the description. I will put them as separate links. I will put like Amethyst edition and Ruby edition as separate links in the download, in the description of this video. So stay on the lookout for that if you're interested. And I will see you guys next time in the next video. It's going to be casual craft. But first thing, when you install my texture pack, something special about it, you need to go into options the first time you download it. Options, resource packs, not resource packs. You can see I have down here, I also have Ruby edition, and they have like a red background and a purple background. But you need to go language, and then you need to scroll down, and you will see in your language there should be Xinoehp Amethyst, and then it will say Xinoehp Amethyst right there. And you need to click on that and then click done, and then all of the names, like you have Foodstuffs and you have raw bacon and cooked bacon, and then here you have Amethyst, and then all the different amethyst things that are renamed, and everything that's renamed will be renamed. That's all it takes. So, and also like the rose quartz and such. But that's it for this video. Thanks for sticking around this long if it is a longer video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.